Hi everyone, so today we're talking about how social capital, cultural capital, and the hidden curriculum shaped our experiences in school. So once we covered these things in the lectures, it kind of came up to me. A lot of things came up from my past and it made like a lot more sense connecting the dots. So first, social capital. We know that social capital is explained as the relationships and networks that help people get access to information or opportunities. When I think about my school experience, I definitely saw how much this mattered. I know in school there was like kids who had kind of like connections, like their families already knew the principal or the teachers, and they always seemed to know what classes to take, what programs to join, or how to get like they always found ways to just get like that extra support from the school. And I remember, especially like in middle school, feeling like other people knew the system better than I did, even though we're all going to the same school. Next, when we talk about cultural capital, which is the knowledge, behaviors, communication styles, and background experiences that the schools tend to value. Looking back, I realized there were certain kinds of students who fit the school's expectation perfectly. The ones who know how to speak academic, or like, I guess you could say, seemed like teachers' pets. Like, they just seem more acceptable by school, I guess. The ones who were comfortable asking teachers for help, the ones who already knew how to navigate school rules. I feel like growing up, I didn't always naturally fit into that criteria. I think I was always like rebelling. So, something I felt like I had to change, especially in the classroom, was like the way that I talked to seem more intelligent or acceptable by my teachers. So both of these concepts really connect to hidden curriculum, which is the unspoken rules or expectations that schools teach without saying them out loud. This definitely played a huge role in my school life. For example, the hidden curriculum tells the school rules that behaviors were rewarded. So like, raise your hand when you need to speak, be quiet, like turning, sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm looking at my notes, but I'm like losing my track here. Okay. So even in like classes, if you acted differently, even if you weren't doing anything wrong, if you acted differently than what was acceptable in the classroom, you would be labeled as disruptive. Like you could simply be doing something that wasn't even that bad, but you were being disruptive. So I feel like this trains us really quickly to learn what type of student we're expected to be, even though no one really explains. Like there's no given rule book of this is what you have to do, but just based off of that silent rule, it's kind of like we already know. The hidden curriculum also shaped how teachers treated different students. If someone had more social or cultural capital, they were seen as responsible or college material. Like they would, I remember in elementary they would say that those students were built for success. And then for other students, teachers sometimes assumed less of them without really knowing their potential. It wasn't anything that I realized at the time, but I feel like the lecture terms kind of put it all together. Overall, social and cultural capital definitely shaped how confident I felt and how easily I could navigate at school, I guess, once I was getting older. And the hidden curriculum made it clear that success wasn't always just about the curriculums, and it was also about the unspoken rules, the way we speak, the way we act, and how to act in ways teachers recognize as successful. So with that being said, My question for the class is, can you think of a moment in your schooling when you realized you had to change part of yourself, whether it was your language, your behavior, your personality, just to fit the hidden curriculum? And if so, how did that impact you?